Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn simplex problems. There are some certain steps for the simplex method to solve, but when it is very easy to solve simplex problem. Once I will explain you some steps and I will show you how to solve the simplex, and don't worry, it is very easy to solve the simplex problem. I will show you in an easy way, easy method. Let's see here. Let's see the simplex problem. First, there is a steps terminology we can also say. First, standard form. We have to check the standard form, the equation, whether it is in standard form or not. Second, the slack variables are required to solve the simplex method to start the simplex problem. Okay. Surplus variable are the variable. Okay, for example, slack variable like s1, s2, s3. Okay, and surplus variable means it's for maximization problem. For max, we use this one for max. Surplus means we will take ma1. Okay, when it is required for minimum. Okay, whenever minimum is given, it is required. Okay, whenever minimum is given. Minimum means if the profit we are doing some experiments, some research. If it is for the purpose of business, if problem is given for the purpose of profit, then it should become profit always should be maximized. Okay, profit always should be maximized. And what is minimized? Cost always should be minimized. Okay, so this profit always should be maximized, and cost and expenses always should be minimized. Third is a basic solution. Basic solution means we should have variables and constraints. Constraint means equations. Okay, and variables is a max objective function. Basic feasible solution. Okay, basic feasible solution is okay, means for example, it refers to the set of constraints corresponding to extreme points. Means extreme points x or y, whenever the graph is like x and y, that is the extreme points. Okay, then draw a simplex table. Then iteration means analyzing or summarizing. Okay, summarize the points. Summarize. Okay, then calculate the zj row, then cj minus zj, then pivot column. Pivot column also key column or key row we also check. First should have to see key column, then we should have to see key row, then go for key element. Whether which one is the key element, just draw like a square, okay, to that point by checking key row and key column. I will show you, it's very simple. I'll show you in a simple manner, then you will get very easily. Okay, first what we have to require, we required a question. Let's see what's the question given here. Solve the following LPP, means linear programming problem, using simplex method. Maximize. Okay, it is known as objective function. Okay, what we have to, objective means what we have to do, we have to maximize the profit. It is given maximize means definitely it is a profit problem. This is a subject to constraint, means these are subjects. Okay, where this is the extreme points x1, x2, these are extreme points. Okay, and remember one thing, if we are creating any this equation, whenever the maximize, always this should be less than. Okay, if it is greater than means it should be minimize problem. Okay, I'll show you in the next problem, next video. Okay, next problem or next video, because the simplex problem takes so long time to solve. Many tables, like 3-4 tables. Maximize, try to 5 tables. Don't go for 4 tables, don't go for 5 and 6, because sometimes Simplex won't solve. Okay, and there is a 2 points x1 x2, this should be always greater than. Okay, because this is the points subject to constraint, and this is the x1 x2 is a main point, and it should be greater than, always greater than with the 0. Okay, what we have to do, first steps. What is the first steps? Standard form. Definitely this question has a standard form. Okay, now what we have to do, slack variables we have to take, s1 s2 s3. Okay, we don't have any minimize problem, that's why this won't affect. Okay, slack variable, then constraint. How we can take the slack variables? Let's see here how we can take the slack variables. Okay, step 1 is over. Okay, take this one as a step 1, otherwise direct you can take the slack variables. Start from here also, step 1, standard form is already there. Okay, how you take, what is the maximize? Take here max is equal to, what is the equation, 30x plus 30x1 plus 40x2 plus how many subject to constraints are 3, 1 2 3 constraint. So take s1 plus s1 0 here, s2 0 plus s3 0. Okay, with that what you have to do, you have to do this one, x1 plus 2x2 plus s1, it should be add here, less than equal to 200. Now 8x1 plus 5x2 plus s2 less than equal to 600. Now 3x1 plus 4x2 plus s3 less than equal to 500. Now take here s1 s2 x2, then s1 s2 and s3 also. This should be greater than equal to 0. Okay, how it should be greater than equal to 0. This is the, okay, this is the standard form with slack variables, standard form equation with slack variables. Now go for, we don't need to take minimize, means various plus variable. So basic variable solution is already given, feasible solution, okay, feasible basic variable it is already there. Simplex table, how it is there means this is the basic feasible solution. Or else you can even see how you can see how you can take this one. Otherwise you can check this one, like step 2, initial solution or basic feasible solution means points, like s1, what is s1, 200, s2 600, s3 500. So take here S1 200, S2 600 and S3 is 500. Okay, so now draw a simplex table. Okay, basic variables are S1, S2, S3. Now draw a simplex table. This is a simplex table. What we have to write here in the simplex table is, here you should be write CP means contribution to basic variable, and here you write B means basic variable. I'll show you what is basic variable. First we have to write headings. Here solution to basic variable. Okay, here write CJ means contribution to objective function. Objective function, what is our objective function? Our objective function is to maximize 30 and 40. Here what we have, takes plus slack variable 30 40, S1 is 0, S2 is 0, S3 also 0. Take the same thing here, 30 40, S1 0, okay, and S2 0 and S3 also 0. Okay, this is a simplex table. Okay, and now this one is the x1, this one is the x2. S1 value is 0, S2 value also 0, S3 value also 0. Here take minimum ratio of solution to basic variable divided by x, in whichever column we get the pivot column. Okay, what is the basic variable? The basic variable is, what is the basic variable? S1, S2, S3 is the basic variable. It's not a surplus variable. Okay, like this is slack variable, we can also say, but not a surplus one. So that's why we have taken the basic variable S1, S2 and S3, and its value is 0 0 0. So contribution is 0. Contribution to basic variable is 0. Solution, what is the solution we have taken here? Initial solution is 200, 600 and 500. So here 200, 600 and 500. Okay, now take the whole equation. X1 is only 1, 2, S1 also 1. Okay, so here take 1, x2 is 2, S1 is the 1. We don't have first equation, we don't have S2 and S3, so take it 0. Now second one, 8 5, sorry, here 8 5 and S2 is 1. Okay, so take x1 is 8, x2 is 5. We don't have any S1, so take 0. This one we have as S2 means 1, S3 means we don't have, so take 0. Now the third equation, x1 is 3 4, we have only S3, so S3 is 1. X1 is 3 and this one is 4. We don't have S1 and S2, only we have S3 means 1. Okay, this is known as ZJ. How we take the ZJ? Okay, ZJ means it is in solution, a different. Okay, it's in multiply after, means we will get after multiplication, like calculation. Okay, ZJ means it's a calculation after multiplying we will get. How we can get this one is, okay, how we get Zj means, for example, and here is Cj minus Zj, this is a table. How we get Zj means, Zj we will get Cb into x1. Okay, first how we will get 0 into 1 0, 0 into 8 0, 0 into 3 0, 0 into 2 0, 0 into 5 0, 0 into 4 0. So we will get all 0. 0 into 1 0 into 0 0 0. So we will get mostly, if you multiply with any zeros to any numbers, we will all get zeros only. 0 into 0 0 into 0 0 into 0. So Zj is 0. Cj minus Zj, Cj minus Zj is this one, Cj minus Zj. Cj how much? Cj minus Zj. Cj how much? 30. 30 minus 0, we will get 30. 40 minus 0, we will get 40. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Okay, what is the next? We will get, what is the next after Zj? Pivot key column. Pivot key column means which is the maximum value, maximum positive value. Okay, this is the 40 is the maximum positive value. Okay, means when you solve this, when you come to know this simplex is solved, means this all value should be in zeros, then otherwise in minus, negative or 0. So we reach to the means we, our simplex method is solved, we reach to the solution, but it should not be, any single value should not be positive. Okay, so the highest positive value, select the highest positive value is a 40. Okay, so draw this line, mark like this. Okay, now highest positive value, then pivot key row, you have checked, key column means and key row. Here what you should do, in column you have taken highest, but row you have to take minimum value. What is the minimum? 2 is the minimum value. 2 is the minimum value means take this row, draw this row, then this column and row is connecting with 2, means this is the pivot element. What is this? This is the key element or pivot element, also known as key element and pivot element. You have to make it square. What you have did? Square. This is known as key element, means with that we will solve the next table we will create. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to select the mini ratio. How we have to do? XB, XB means this one. So now why we draw this line means S2 will be exit and X2 will be entered in this place. Okay, what you will get, this S1 will exit and this X2 will entered. How we entered? After, we will come to know after minimization. How you take? XB is 200. Take 200 divided by which row we will get? Here 2. We will get the answer 100. Okay, now this is a 600. 600 divided by how much? 5. How much we will get? 125 we will get. Here is the 500 divided by 4. 500 divided by 4. How much we will get? 125. What is which one ratio? Minimum ratio. Minimum ratio means all three what we have minimum, this one we have the minimum value. Okay, so now let's create one more simplex table, because it didn't solve. Why didn't solve? Meant there is a 2 positive elements. So it should not be positive, it should be negative. So let's draw another simplex table. Here I have created one more table for simplex table second. Simplex table second. Okay, what we have to do first, we have to take contribution to basic variable, then basic variable, then solution to basic variable. Here is a CJ, contribution to objective function. Objective function always 30, 40, S1 0, S2 0, S3 0, X1, X2, S1, S2 and S3. Here what we have to write, minimum ratio. How we will get X solution to basic, this one, XP divided by anyone, X1, X2, anyone. Okay, now what we have to write here, we have to write ZJ. Now CJ minus ZJ. What is, where is the CJ? CJ on the top, ZJ is here. So we will get CJ minus ZJ. Okay. Okay, here what we have to do, S1 exit and X2 row will entered. Where? Here. Basic variable means X2 will entered, then S2, then S3. This one 0 0, but X2 value is 40, so take the 40 here. Okay, and we have to create this one. How we can create? What is the key element? We will get 2. Okay, so we get the 2, so divide these 2 with all this row, the key element. Okay, this is a key column. These all the values should be divided by the key column. This second row, S2 row, should be divided by 5, all this row. Third row is should be divided by the key column is what is the key column? 4. Okay, but third row we have to do with the formula, second and third row, but first row directly we have to divide only 2. How we can divide? Let's see here. What is this? 200, 1, 2. Here first row, we are creating first row. There is 200, 200, 1, 2, 1, 0, 0. So here 200, 1, 2, 1, 0 and 0. Okay, okay. What is first row should be divided by 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 2, key element. Okay, 2 divided by 200 divided by 2 means 100, comma, this one should be 1 by 2, 2 1s are 2 1s are means 1, and this one should be 1 by 2, 0 divided by 2 is 0, and this one is the 0. This is the row which eliminate, so we have created a new row. Okay, so we have to enter here in X2 row. What is the new row for X2? Here 100 solution, and here 1 by 2 for X, For x2 1, for x3 s1 1 by 2, and this is 0 and this is 0. Now we have to create for s2, but s2 there is a formula which we have to calculate. With that formula only we can calculate. What is the formula? Okay, the formula which we have to take in is, for the purpose of calculation of second row and third row. Second row. Okay, what is the formula is? I will show you in easy manner. Old row value okay, minus old value in key column into new value in key column. Means old row value. Old row value means, for example, what is the old row value here? 600. So I'm taking first one for 600. I'm taking for xb. Old row value. What is the old row value? Old value is a 600. So I'm taking here 600 minus old value in key column. Sorry, right here key column. What is the old value in key column? This is a key column. Key column old value is a 5. So should take here 5 into new value in key column. New value what we have get? Let's see the next table. What we are checking? We are checking for xp. So what we get for xp? New value. Okay, new value in key row. With this key row, why we have only watching key column? For the purpose of calculation, we are not taking key row. So why? Because here we have to see the key column, but for the new value we have to check for the key row. That's why from the second table the key row is 100. So take here 100, the new value. Old value is 600. Okay, and column, key column old value is 5, and new we got 100 by calculation. Okay, this is the 600 minus 5 into 100 is 500. Answer is 100. Okay, so write in S2 also we got 100. Now for x1 value, what is, okay, for x1 we are calculating. What is the old value for x1? 8. Old value is 8 minus old value in key column. In key column, what is the old value in key column? Is a 5. Same for second. Old value here will be here will be changed as per the new. What is the new in x1? New in x1 is 1 by 2. So take here 1 divided by 2. Here is the 8 minus Now how you calculate this one? So what you have to do, you have to calculate multiply. Okay, how you will multiply? Take first what you do, 5 into 1, 5 divided by 2. Inside is a plus value, outside is a minus value, so minus into plus, minus, so 8 minus 5 divided by 2. So how you calculate? Take the LCM is a 2 8 is 16. This 5 should be remain because there is already 2. So 16 minus 5 is 11 divided by 2. So what value we got? 11. So in the x1, in the new table, x1 after say 11 divided by 2. Okay. Now for the x2 value, right here x2, old value is 5 and key column also 5. This old value is a 5 and key column also 5, but what is the new value in x2? We have to check another one. The new value in x2 is 1, so take here 1. If 5 is remaining 5, this is 5 into 5, 5 into 1, 5. So plus 5 minus 5 cancel, answer is 0. So what we got new value in S2 is 0. Now for S1, what is the old value in S1? 0. S1 old value 0 and key column is 5. So S1 old value 0 and key column is 5 and new value should be checked by next table. The new value is 1 by 2. 1 divided by 2. The 0 should be 0. How you get 5 into 1? 5 divided by 2. Inside is plus, outside is minus. Minus into plus, minus. So this is a minus 5 divided by 2. So S1 we got minus 5 divided by 2. So in next, what we have to take in next table? Minus 5 divided by 2. Now for S2. Okay, for S2 here, what is the old value for S2? 1. S2 old value 1, key column is 5. Old value 1, key column is 5 into the new value. What is the new value for S2? In next table is 0. Okay, so 0. This is the 1 is remaining here 1. This is the minus 5 into 0, 0. Answer is 1. For S2 it's we got 1. Here write 1. Now for S3. What is the old value for S3? In second row 0 and key column is 5. S3 old value 0, key column is 5. New value, new table, new value is 0. And this 0 remain 5 into 0, 0, 0, 0 means answer is 0. So S3 we got 0. So in new table we have to write S3 is 0. In the same meanwhile, for the third row should be also same second, how we have calculate the second row, how we have bring all the points as it is same, we have to calculate the third row. Means old value 500, key column is 400 and new value we have to check by new table. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this is for the third row. I have made some points for. Okay, for the third row XB we have got 500. Let's see, 500 is the old and key column is a 400. Okay, and new value means we should have to see new table from which one is entered x2 is, so new is 100. Here for new is 1 by 2. The same I have taken here. Old row, old value is 500 minus key column always 4 for every point till S3. For the new value we have 100 here. Okay, from the table, from the new table we have taken 100. Okay, so this one is 500 minus 4 into 100, 400. The answer is 100 for XP. So here for S3 the answer is 100. Okay, I didn't write here the new values. I have write old values and key column. Okay, the new values write by the next table. For x1 is 1 by 2. Okay, so right here beside the new values 1 by 2 and x2 is 1. Here write 1 divided by 2, here 1, and here s1 is 1 by 2 and 0 0. S1 is 1 divided by 2, the 0 0. Okay, so now do the calculation. How you can do? This is a 3 remains minus 4 into 1, 4 divided by 2, plus into minus into plus minus. Here also 4. This is the minus remains. First let's complete here. Take LCM. 2, 3 2s are 6. 6 minus 4, 2. 2 divided by 2 is 2 1s are 2 1s are 1 is the answer for x1. Okay, so in new table, write in the new table third row for x1 is 1. Now write for x2. Calculation for x2, 4 is the remain, minus the remain, 4 1s are 4, answer is 0. So what we have to do, write here 0. And now for the third one, 0 is the remain 0 here, minus, plus into minus, minus, 4 1s are 4, divided by 2, 4 divided by 2. How we can write? 2 1s are 4 divided by 2 means definitely 2, and that is a minus. Answer is a minus 2. Okay, so we got answer in minus. So it is for S1. What we have to do in the table, we have to write minus 2 for S1. Now for S2, 0 remains, 4 into 0 0. Answer is 0 for S2. For S2 answer is 0. Now for S3, 1 remains 1, minus 4 into 0 0. Answer is 1. So we got the third row. Answer is 1. Okay, so this calculation paper I'm keeping away. Okay, now let's calculate first 40 into ZJ. We have to calculate. How we calculate 40 into 1 by 2? How? First for x1, 40 into 1 by 2, 40 into 1 40 divided by 2 is 20. So we got here 20. And now for x2, the second wala, I have written earlier. Now 0 into 11 divided by 2 is 0. 0 into 1, 0. So we have only this one. Means 0 into 11 divided by 2 is 0. 0 into 1 is equal to 0. So the overall we got 20. So right here now 20. Next say okay, you have to take all three, we have to check. Now 40 into 1, 40. 0 into 0, 0 into 0. Only we have got 140. One value is 40. Okay. Now for the third, 40 into 1 by 2. We have already did here. 40 into 1 by 2 is 20. 0 into minus 5 by 2 is 0. 0 into minus 2 is a 0. So 40 into 1 by 2 is 20. 40 into 0, 0. 0 into 1, 0. 0 into 0, 0. So all got 0. 40 into 0, 0. 0 into 0, 0. Third one, 0 into 1, 0. So we got all 0. So we got the ZJ. Now let's see for the CJ minus ZJ. What is the CJ? 30. What is the ZJ? 20. CJ minus ZJ means 30 minus 10. 30 minus 20 is plus 10. 40 minus 40, 0. 0 minus 20 is 0 minus 20. Means we have to deduct minus 20 from 0. So we cannot get. So that's why it's minus 20. We get negative value. 0 minus 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. So we got one more positive point here. Means one more positive points means it should also in negative. Then it will solve our simplex problem. All should be negative and positive, negative and zeros. Then the simplex will be solved. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to eliminate, enter this column x1, and which one we have to eliminate? The least one. The least one is 11. 11 divided by 2 is many, 5.5 something like least one. So this one we are getting x. This one is the eliminating. S2 will eliminate and S1 will enter. Okay, so what we have to do, these are the connection point, means this is the key element. The first row should be made by this value. Okay, so what we have to do now, minimum ratio. Minimum ratio means what is XB? What is XB? XB is 100 divided by which row we got the key element? This row. 1 divided by 2. 100 divided by, how we can solve this one? I'll show you here. 100 divided by 1 divided by 2. This is a whole divide. So how we can calculate this one? We have to multiply these two into 100. 2 into 100, 200 divided by 100, 1. 200 divided by 1 means 200. Answer is 200. Okay, I'll show you here also. Okay, for example, if you take 100 divided by 1 divided by 2 is 200. How we can say? Here also take 100 divided by 11 divided by 2. How much you will get? Let's solve here. 100 divided by 11 divided by 2. What you will do? Cross multiply. 2, it should be only, means here only we have 2. This is the whole. If we get 100 divided by 2, 11 divided by 2, then we will cut 2, 2. But here is only in the bottom we have only 2, but not here is a single 100. That's why we are not dividing. Okay, so we are multiplying. 2 divided into 100 means 200 divided by 11. The 11 should be remain. So the answer is 200 divided by 11. Third one is 100. 100 divided by this one is the key column 1. So directly we got 100. Okay. So what is the minimum value? 200 is the max value. 100 is also max value. 200 divided by 11 is the minimum ratio. So this is the minimum ratio. So what we have to do, one more positive value means we should have to convert this one in negative. What we have to do, we have to create one more simplex table. One more simplex table. Let's draw the one more simplex table. Okay, I have draw here one simplex table. Okay, it's a simplex table third. What we have to write here, contribution to basic variable. This is the basic variable. This is the solution to basic variable. Here Cj means objective function x1, x2, s1, s2, s3. This is a 30, 40, s1, s2, s3 is a 0. Here is a minimum ratio. How you will get? Xp divided by whatever x we get. Here what is entered? S2 leaves and x1 is enter. Means this one is the remain. This one x2 and s3 is the remain, but s2 is leave only. So what we have to do? X2 remain, x1 is entered, s3 is remain. X3 always 0, x2 is a 40, x3, what is x3 objective function is 30. Okay, now we have to create these values. Here is the zj, here is the cj minus zj. Okay, now how we can create first row? Okay, for this one we have to calculate from solution to basic variable. Okay, what is for solution to basic variable? From 100 divided by, what is the key element? 11 divided by whole divided by 2. Same as, what is x1? X1 is the, this is x1. 11 divided by 2 whole divided by 11 divided by 2. This is a 0 for s1. S1 divided by 11 divided by 2. Same as s2, how much? Minus 5 divided by 2 whole divided by 11 divided by 2. This is the 1. 1 divided by 11 divided by 2. This is a 0. 0 divided by 11 divided by 2. How we can solve this one? 2 multiply with 100, 200. 200 divided by 11. 200 divided by 11. So we have got solution to basic variable is first means this one x1 in enter means we have got the x1 value. 200 divided by this one divided by 11, and the second one 1 we got only 1. x1 is 1. Here 0 divided by any value means 0. x2 is 0. Now s1, these two, okay, LCM should be this one is the cancel. Okay, and only we got minus 5 by 11. Here minus 5 divided by 11. Here 2 into 1, this one. Okay, 2 into 1, 2. 2 divided by 11. 2 divided by 11. Here 2 divided by 0 is 0. We have got one line, second line, but we have to create first line and third line we have to calculate. But the formula what I have earlier told you, old value and the new value. Okay, old value and key column value. Old row value minus old value in key column into new value in key column. Okay, here for the first row we have got the second row. Sorry, we have got the second row here. We have got the second row here, so we need first row and third row. Okay, first row and third row. So what we have to, I have prepared some here. Okay, this for the second row. What we have to take, we have to calculate for solution basic variable value, x value, x2, s1, s2 and s3 values. Okay, what is the formula? Formula is the old value. What is the old value? Old value is 100 minus key column. Key column is 1 by 2. Okay, and for the x1 also, for the x1 old value is 1 by 2 and key column also the same. But for the x2 old value is the 1 and key column is the same, this one. And the s1 old value is 1 by 2 and the key column is the same. But for s2 old value is 0, key column 1 by 2. And for s3 old value 0, key column 1 by 2. Okay, so but new values we have to calculate into new value.